Let's look at the top headlines first. State Cabinet held, many agendas discussed and approved. Late RPF Supremo Iring Bomcharen's Mangani Laihul held. Manipur Government Doctors Association shut down all government hospitals including PHCs, CHCs affects normal life. Nation pays homage to the Central Reserve Police Force personnel who lost their lives in a terrorist attack in 2019 in Pulwama, Jammu and Kashmir. And the death toll of Turkey and Syria reaches 37,000. Hello and good evening. Welcome to ELITETV Primetime English News at 6. I'm Utpala. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play a part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Minister of Information and Public Relations and spokesperson of the present BJP government, Dr. Sapam Ranjan, has said that the state cabinet has decided to implement the scrap policy in the state. He said this during a press conference held at his chamber at Imphal Secretariat today after the cabinet meeting was over. The minister further said many agendas were discussed and approved for extension and re-engagement of different departments. The cabinet has approved to establishment Kaina Temple Board. Besides, the cabinet also decided to encroach about 50 acres of land for more development of ethnic mark at Moirang Kunau. Moreover, the cabinet also agreed to implement Manipur drone policy, the minister added.
Engineer Civil Manitkogi Sri M. Biren Singh ji Eklavya Model Residential School ki sigi project sigi consultant oina nasi cabinet sina Swaina Ayaba Pigre Duga Kogi Ras Bhavanda Kamla Chobo role lobiriba Sri N. Nilamani Comptroller of the Household Establishment Ras Bhavan Gizi Mahaki Chahi Amagi Ayaba Ado Ama Pigre Duga Mobetsky Executive Engineer K.H. Rajendra Mazi RDN PRD Depute Tauraga Executive Engineer Mobetta Ayaba Pigre grades of Executive Director Amasum General Manager Manipur MSPCL Gida Akoi contractual engagement retired of group employment Anisi Hatam Kyoina re-engagement Pigre.
The Mangani Laihun of Iring Bomcharen's President of Revolutionary People's Front was held at his native place, Kaimpali Huidrom Lekai, Imphal West today. Many distinguished persons, friends, relatives and well-wishers took part in the ritual ceremony. Floral tribute was paid to the photograph of late Iring Bomcharen. Prayers from different communities like Mitei Pangal, Kom, Aimol, Kabui, Christian were also performed for the departed soul to live peacefully in heavenly abode. It may be mentioned that Iring Bomcharen passed away on Friday, the 10th of February. The proscribed Revolutionary People's Front (RPF) has deeply condoled the sudden demise of the revolutionary leader who guided the outfit since 1990. It may be mentioned that Chauren was not only the president of RPF since 1990, but also convener of the conglomerate underground groups coordination committee (Corcom). Iring Bomcharen was born on the 10th of Hyangay, November second month of Meitei calendar in 1957 to late Iringbam Ibomcha and Tongbram Ningol Iringbam Ongbi Jamuna of Kaimbali Huidrom Lekai, Imphal West as eldest among 3 male siblings. He was a visionary, revolutionary leader who firmly believed in waging a united movement for restoration of the lost sovereignty of Manipur and WESA region from early times. Moreover, he was a signatory member to the conglomerate of revolutionary groups named Manipur People's Liberation Front (MPLF), formed in 1990. He was also the first convener of the coordination committee formed by like-minded revolutionary groups in 2011 and held the same post till his last breath, it said. All Manipur Health Services Doctors Association has started indefinite closure of all government hospitals in Manipur, demanding 8 charter of demands. It has affected the normal life in the state. All the government district hospitals, including primary health centers, community health centers, were closed down indefinitely. It can be mentioned that the long-standing 8 charter of demands were cut down to 4 on the request of the government on the 14th of November 2022. They are time-bound time-scale promotion, extension of superannuation age of doctors to 65 years as administrative post, NPA as per the 7th Central Pay Commission with effect from 1st January 2016, and major amendment of the outdated Manipur Health Services Rules 1982. In spite of repeated appeals and assurances and commitment made to put up in cabinet meeting, not a single demand was granted till date. So far, 2 to 3 cabinet meetings were held, but no AMHSDA demands were discussed. In the recently concluded assembly session on the 3rd of February 2023, association's 4 demands were haphazardly presented and misinterpreted, misleading the public. In an exclusive telephonic conversation, General Secretary of the Association, Dr. Lole Pao, said until and unless their demands are met, the indefinite closure of the government hospitals will continue. Some unidentified persons shot dead a man at Korai Haikru Makong under Hengang Police Station in Imphal East today. The fact whether the deceased person was from the locality or brought by the miscreants and shot at that place is yet to be ascertained. It is said that a gunshot on his left temple area passed through his right side. The deceased person is around 30 years old and his identity or his community is yet not known. The dead body was found lying on the riverside of Korai Haikru Makong. A team of Hengang Police Station picked up the body after forensic team examined the body and is currently kept at Jennings Morgue for autopsy. Manipur University Students' Union Musu election for the session 2022-23 was held at the campus of Manipur University. Many students cast their votes for the candidate of their choice peacefully. A total number of 13 candidates are contesting for the post of President, Vice President, General Secretary, Finance Secretary, Social and Cultural Secretary, and Games and Sports of the Students' Union. The results of the elections will be declared today. Manipur police teams carried out their duty to avoid any untoward incidents during the election. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee President and MLA K. Meghachandra and AICC Steering Committee member and former Deputy Chief Minister of Manipur, Kaikangam, have been campaigning for INC, Indian National Congress, candidates for the upcoming State Assembly election in Tripura State. The 2 top leaders from Manipur are being sent to Tripura as star campaigners by Congress President from All India Congress Committee, AICC, recently. Both the leaders toured extensively and had already met with the people from different walks of life and sought votes for Congress candidates, namely Birajit Sinha, who is contesting from 53 Kela Sahar Assembly Constituency, and Chayan Bhattacharjee for 54 Dharmanagar Assembly Constituency in the last few days in Tripura. Congress is giving a good fight and is highly expected that there will be a change in the state as per observations made from the Congress leaders. The party leaders had a firm belief that the party would be back in power in Tripura to serve the people. The State Assembly election for Tripura is to be held on 16th of February 2023. A combined team of Imphal East District Police, Forest Department officials, NAB, 4th Assam Rifles along with Executive Magistrate Saikul Kangpopi district destroyed illegal poppy plantation of an area measuring approximately 4.9 acres in the foothill of Kopibung village on Tuesday. A suo motu case has been registered at Sakulmang police station for further investigation. JAC against the killing of Aging Akoijam today staged a sit-in protest demanding the arrest of culprit who was involved in the merciless killing of Aging Akoijam. As part of the protest, the protesters took out a silent rally and tried to submit a memorandum to the Chief Minister of Manipur. However, the protesters were stopped by the Manipur police at Imphal Tidim Road. Speaking to media persons, Secretary of Iramdam Kanba Imalup, Luang Leima said, the incident where mercilessly killing of Aging Akoijam is very unfortunate. He was picked from his resort at Laimaram by his girlfriend in a swift car and went for a hang around. However, he was found dead along with the car in Kangpopi district. There was some suspicious about his death. Therefore, until and unless the culprit involved in the killing are arrested, the dead body will not be taken and agitation will continue, she added.
Aduna ma chena di haiba je kamai haidoi no sin gari ma mai masagi gari ni nonga me gari na te ba pu gi si nu pi si gi gari ne ba do ita di gari si pu gi ra ma na mai to gre haiba si di ma ya haibam bok ta bra haiba da hana moi khangna da ba su na de khangna ri ba aduga amuk su ma na lai si moi na haiba ma na haiba esai gi esai ma da changa kan da ma si thinbi yo na thil lai haiba adu da complaint to di kai kai police da complaint to di kai kai de ba si sungdok tok da na ma to si gari no si ni ma yam na hauji hangi si.
Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga, who is also holding the finance portfolio, yesterday presented the state's budget for the fiscal year 2023-24 with a total layout of 14,209.95 crore rupees, which is an increase of 201.80 crore rupees from the last budget. At the 11th session of the 8th Mizoram Legislative Assembly, the Finance Minister stated that the revenue receipts amount to 11,489.63 crore rupees and the capital receipts to 2,723.32 crore rupees. The revenue expenditure amounts to 11,068.76 crore rupees, which is 78.10% of the total budget expenditure, and capital expenditure amounts to 3,141.19 crore rupees, which is 21.90% of the total expenditure. At a press conference, the Finance Minister stated that the Mizoram Resource Mobilization Committee had been formed to cut expenditure and create a better revenue source for the state, and the committee has reported that a surplus of 35.74 crore rupees from various departments were collected by the state. He also added that in the 2023-24 budget, an amount of 595 crore rupees has been set aside for the flagship program, the Socio-Economic Development Program SEDP, 300 crore for family-oriented SEDP, 50 crore rupees for the healthcare scheme, and 25 crore rupees for untied SEDP. It's time for a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Khanganjaba G20 Summit Kamari Lenana Imphal Municipal Corporation ki Makaidagi Karigumba Kharak Khanganjari Madudi Corporation Asigi Manungda Dukan Pambiri Bay Chilenau Singna Miam Gichatok Sachin Tauriba Putpat Mathakta Potsai Hendokna Thamlaga Yonba Pashinbana Chingba Sing Tauriba Si Kudaktagi Tokpiu Amadi Lambi Sorok Pauba Henjina Potsai Thamjinba Pashinbana Chingba Tauba Yaroi Kanagumana Hairiba Tabak Singasi Tauba Tarabadi Manipur Municipalities Act 1994 gi makhada obstruction fine lauragani Khanganjariba K Chandra Kumar Singh Municipal Commissioner Imphal Municipal Corporation Khanganjaba G20 Summit Kamari Lainana, Ima Kaitel Ohumasida, Potfam Pambiriba Ima Bilsinda, Karigumba Kara Kanganjari, Madudi, Kaitel Potfam Marakta, Chak Hotel Taubiriba Singna, Maifu, Chula, Lairang, Electric Induction Heater, Rice Cooker Chingba, Sizina Bayaroi, Kaitel Potfam Marakta, Bakala Matagi Dukan, Tauba, Famba Yaroi, Kaitel Potfam Marakta, Nga Semba Yaroi, Potfam Pambiriba Ima Bilsingna, Aki Amogi Firol Yonbada, Yod Amadi Tauri Tingduna, Firol Singadu Yalaga Yonba Kudakta lepiyu, Lauthokpiyu, Potfam Anigi Karakta, Kong Lambi Asida, Trang, Potchay Paisinba Yaroi, Masi, Miyamgi Chathok Chasin Taubada, Ayet Papida Nabagini, Kanganjariba, Ki Chandra Kumar Singh, Municipal Commissioner, Imphal Municipal Corporation. It is hereby notified that a bull jersey, white and black fur, multicolor, one of the hind limb partly paralyzed, was impounded from Nagamapal Road on 12 February 2022 at about 8:20 p.m. It is also further notified that the concerned cattle owner is directed to claim the respected cattle with proper documentary proof of ownership on payment of necessary fine or fees as applicable, with an undertaking that the aforesaid cattle should not be allowed to loiter in public streets or places in future. In the eventuality of failure to claim by the concerned owner of the respective cattle within 7 days from today, the Imphal Municipal Corporation shall be constrained to place the said cattle for public auction, and the sale proceeds shall be deposited in favor of the Imphal Municipal Corporation. K. Chandra Kumar Singh, Municipal Commissioner, Imphal Municipal Corporation.
Heritage Convent, admission open for WOW kids, that is playgroup, nursery, LKG and UKG. Admission starts from 4th February 2023. Day boarding facilities available. State-of-art digital classroom, fully digitized and Wi-Fi enabled campus. Holistic learning through playway and research methods. Highly qualified and experienced teachers. For more details, kindly visit the school office or log into our website heritageconvent.com.
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. In what is widely seen as retaliation by the BJP government for a documentary that is critical of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the Income Tax Department on Tuesday conducted a survey operation at the British Broadcasting Corporation BBC office in the national capital and Mumbai as part of a tax evasion investigation. The action immediately attracted condemnation from the opposition, calling it an undeclared emergency and that the Modi government was scared of criticism. Officials said the department is looking at documents related to the business operations of the company and those related to its Indian arm. The survey operation under the IT department means that it only covers the business premises and not residences. Sources said around 24 tax department officials were part of the team that conducted searches at the BBC office in Delhi, while in Mumbai, BBC studios were searched. Documents and laptops were learned to have been seized by tax officials. The BBC was facing the ire of the BJP government and the Sangh Parivar over its two-part documentary series, India, the Modi Question, which was critical of Modi's handling of Gujarat riots in 2002, when he was the Chief Minister of the state. The government had invoked emergency powers under the Information Technology Rules 2021 to block YouTube videos and Twitter posts sharing links to the documentary. Bharatiya Janata Party National President Jagat Prakash Nadda on 2 days visit to Nagaland and Meghalaya starting from today. During his visit, Nadda released Sankalp Patra, party manifesto of Nagaland and Meghalaya. Nadda has reached Dimapur airport today, where he was accorded with a warm welcome by senior party leaders. Nadda addressed a public meeting of NDA, BJP and NDPP at Capital Cultural Hall in Kohima. Naifurio, Chief Minister of Nagaland, Y. Paton, Deputy Chief Minister of Nagaland, and Temjen Inna, BJP State President, along with senior state leaders of both BJP and NDPP, attended the public meeting. Nadda released the Sankalp Patra manifesto of the party for Nagaland Assembly elections at State BJP office Kohima at around 1:30 p.m. After this, Nadda left for Meghalaya. The BJP National President reached Umroi Airport, Shillong, Meghalaya in the evening, where he was accorded a warm welcome by senior party leaders. He addressed a massive public rally at Jhalupara taxi stand ground, Shillong. After this, he chaired an organizational meeting at Tajivanta in Shillong. On the next day, on 15 February 2023, Nadda will release the Sankalp Patra manifesto of the party for Meghalaya Assembly elections at State Convention Centre, Shillong. Nadda will have lunch with eminent personalities at Taj Vivanta. Then he will interact with the business community at the same venue in the afternoon. The nation pays homage to the Central Reserve Police Force personnel who lost their lives in a terrorist attack in 2019 in Pulwama, Jammu and Kashmir. 40 CRPF personnel lost their lives in the attack carried out by Pakistan-based terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed, which is led by Masood Azhar. A suicide bomber drove a car laden with explosives into the security force convoy at Letpura in Pulwama. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to the soldiers who lost their lives in the 2019 Pulwama terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir. In a tweet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, "The nation will never forget the supreme sacrifice of our valorous heroes whom we lost on this day in Pulwama." The Prime Minister said, "This courage motivates us to build a strong and developed India." On the other hand, Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha paid tributes to the brave martyrs who lost their lives in the gruesome attack. In a tweet, Mr. Sinha said, "The valor and sacrifice of the Jawans who lost their lives for the motherland will never be forgotten and will continue to inspire generations to come." Students from the Indian Institute of Technology IIT Indore, India won AED 1 million by winning the gold medal at the World Government Summit in Dubai on Monday. Niyati Totala and Neil Kalpesh Kumar Parekh of the Indian Institute of Technology IIT Indore were awarded the prestigious medal by Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. The two students were the creators of the Blockbill app. Blockbill are a blockchain-based receipt generation app that generates digital receipts for all of its users' transactions. This app solves multiple problems, which aids the transition away from the production of thermal papers for printing receipts. Thermal papers, which are ubiquitous and found in most retail locations, cannot be recycled because of the chemicals that are used to create it. Blockbill too conceptualized to solve this issue. The mGov Award and the GovTech Award are annual awards organized by the UAE government as part of the World Government Summit. These awards are designed to encourage pioneering students, researchers, government agencies and institutions, private sector companies and startups to develop innovative solutions using the latest technologies in order to address evolving local and global challenges and explore new opportunities for a better future for humanity. The New Zealand government has declared a national state of emergency after Cyclone Gabriel lashed the North Island today. Signing the declaration, Minister for Emergency Management Kieran McAnulty said, "This is an unprecedented weather event that is having major impacts across much of the North Island." He said this is a significant disaster with a real threat to lives of New Zealanders as they are facing extensive floods, slips, damaged roads and infrastructure. Over 38,000 homes were left without power following heavy rain and strong winds. Floodwaters and landslides have cut off many settlements across the country, including some near Auckland, which is New Zealand's largest city. This is only the third time New Zealand has declared a state of emergency. The other two were the 2019 Christchurch terror attacks and 2020 COVID pandemic. The death toll from last week's earthquakes has topped more than 37,000. Turkish authorities have said that 31,643 people have been killed in the country. According to tallies by the United Nations and the Syrian government, more than 5,814 people have been killed in Syria. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has agreed to let the UN deliver aid to rebel-held parts of northwest Syria through two more border crossings from Turkey. UN Chief Martin Griffiths has said the rescue phase was coming to a close and that the world has so far failed people in the northwest Syria. The UN estimates up to 5.3 million people in Syria may be homeless after the earthquakes. Nearly 900,000 people are in urgent need of hot food in Turkey and Syria. On the other hand, Russia's defense ministry said on Tuesday that more than 300 Russian servicemen and 60 units of special military equipment are helping Syria in its response to a devastating earthquake that struck more than a week ago. And in sports, the Badminton Asia Mixed Team Championships 2023 will start today in Dubai. Spearheaded by PV Sindhu and HS Pranoy, India will fancy their chances against Kazakhstan in their opening Group B tie. The men's singles will be led by world number 8 Pranoy and will also have world number 10 Lakshya Sen. In men's doubles, Chirag Shetty will partner Dhruv Kapila in the absence of Satwik Sairaj Raniki Reddy, who has pulled out of the event due to a hip injury. The other Indian pair in the men's doubles is Krishna Prasad Garga and Vishnu Vardhan Gautpi. Commonwealth Games bronze medalists Teresa Jolly and Gayatri Gopichan will be the lead pair in women's doubles and will also have Ashwini Bhatt and Shikha Gautam as backup. Ishan Bhatnagar and Tanisha Crusto will be the only Indian pair to shoulder mixed doubles duties. Players ranked in the top 10 received direct entries, while the rest of the squad was chosen through selection trials. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitetv.in or 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now, before we wind up for the day, let's take a look at the top headlines once again. State Cabinet held, many agendas discussed and approved. Late RPF Supremo Iringbom Charin's Mangani Lehol held. Manipur Government Doctors Association shut down all government hospitals, including PHCs, CHCs, affects normal life. Nation pays homage to the Central Reserve Police Force personnel who lost their lives in a terrorist attack in 2019 in Pulwama, Jammu and Kashmir. And the death toll of Turkey and Syria reaches 37,000. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching ELITETV English News. Stay safe and have a great evening.